won't raise fist during anthem after NFL proposal. Philadelphia, Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins said he won't raise his fist in protest this Sunday as a good faith gesture after the NFL proposed giving nearly $100 million to help fight social injustices and underserved communities. Jenkins, one of the leaders of the Players Coalition, said his reason to stop protesting during the anthem wasn't because of the money pledged as much as that the NFL is willing to use its platform to back the causes of the Players Coalition, a group of about 40 players. Jenkins has raised his fist during the anthem ever since the second game of the 2016 season. Jenkins said there was no pressure put on by the league to stop the anthem and protests in exchange for the NFL's support. But the protests during the anthem have angered many fans, including President Trump. Jenkins said he made an individual decision, and that other players in the coalition might in fact continue their protest. The reason I started raising my fist in the first place was to draw awareness to injustices in this country and for disenfranchised people of color, he said. I wanted to draw awareness. I think what the league is proposing is a platform and a campaign similar to what they've done with breast cancer awareness, My Cause My Cleats, Salute to Service, but hopefully in even a bigger manner. Obviously, this is kind of in good faith as we build this out for the future. But personally, I feel like we can really accomplish something if done in the right way. Not everyone feels the same way. There was friction within the coalition after two members _49ers safety Eric Reid and Dolphins safety Michael Thomas released statements saying they were withdrawing from the group. They said Jenkins and former player Anquan Boldin, considered the leaders of the coalition, didn't have their best interests in mind. The NFL owners still have to vote on the proposal, which will take place in March at the owners' meetings. Eagles, winning will be tough even without Seattle's best HS football. Middletown's Whitehead will soon play for Eagles, Wentz admired by LeBron. In MVP race the protests began in the summer of 2016 when quarterback Colin Kaepernick, then playing for the San Francisco 49ers, began kneeling during the national anthem. Other players then either started kneeling or raising their fists. Kaepernick has not been picked up by a team this season. Among the Eagles, only a few players protested during the anthem. This season, defensive end Chris Long placed his hand on Jenkins' shoulder as a sign of support. Fellow defensive back Rodney McLeod also raised his fist over the last several weeks. That will change this Sunday when the Eagles face the Seattle Seahawks. For Jenkins, it's a sign that the protests accomplished the goal. Quite honestly, they don't necessarily have to do anything, Jenkins said. They could have easily taken a combative approach and just put a rule in, to ban anthem and protests, and done nothing, for the communities. For them to come back to the table and not only provide funds, but create a platform in which we're hoping is greater as what they've done with other causes. I think that's a unique opportunity for us and something that hasn't been done. It's kind of pioneers. We talk about a league of this magnitude and with all the exposure to talk about these issues of racial inequality, police brutality, criminal justice reform these are things the league hadn't touched yet. Hopefully, we can build that out in a meaningful way to have some real impact. Contact Martin Frank at frank@delawareinline.com. Follow on Twitter @mfrankenful.